The people of the United Kingdom are once again being betrayed by this socialist prime minister. Keir Starmer and Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the European Commission, are having conversations, a discussion and a negotiation to reset the relationship between Britain and the European Union. Following Brexit, following officially leaving the EU as a member, Keir Starmer wants to bring back our ties and our relationship with the EU, and part of that is Ursula von der Leyen using the leverage that she has against this socialist government, and the Labour Party is saying, yeah, sure, we'll do whatever you say. That includes tens of thousands of new illegal migrants to come into the country, but not to be processed, not to come on boats, not to get into some sort of backlog, no, to immediately get residency, to immediately get permission to move here and live here. Initially, they are talking about over 30,000 migrants to be moved from the European Union to Britain, because Ursula knows that Keir Starmer is obsessed, is desperate to reset the relationship between the UK and the EU. That's what he calls it, resetting the relationship. And obviously, the Prime Minister is now in Brussels, having these conversations to talk about concessions on migration, also fishing rights and youth mobility for young people moving around the continent of Europe and everything else. But first thing, on the fishing issues, the bloc, the EU, are set to determine, obviously demand a long-term access to Britain's waters, which is currently only has up to 2016. So we got about a year and a half, almost a year to go to the deadline. That's what Boris Johnson agreed. Now, Ursula von der Leyen is going to basically force Starmer for us to give access to British waters to the European Union for another a few years, long term. They haven't even said how many years. There might be 10 years, it might be 20 years, it might be much more. But on the issue of migration, this is absolutely fascinating. So the EU says we have offensive interests on youth mobility. That's basically free movement for young people. And fisheries that must not be neglected. The other one said no free lunches or cherry picking. So they're already sending a very strong message to the UK government that you will do what we tell you, or no relationship. Now, the UK government have obviously come out to say that they expect Ursula von der Leyen to raise all these issues with Starmer, but Starmer is a very smart negotiator. I'm not really sure if that's true, but it's all about having good faith in these negotiations. But we will find out exactly what these two are going to be doing to destroy the sovereignty of the United Kingdom even further, because they both believe in the same worldview of corporatist globalism. And on Tousi TV, we'll keep you guys posted on what will happen after these negotiations.